Up next is Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the first M-rated game and first fighting game. Now this game I didn't buy back when it came out, when it was being manufactured. And, as a matter of fact, I got this a couple years ago, as you can see here, off eBay. I did not write that, I'm still trying to get it off. Check out the serial numbers, MK. It's easier to take it off from the back. As you can notice from the other three games that we already played, this one's much bigger. It's got two chips, the other ones were cut off right here. And got the copyright over here. Gotta flip it, of course. Gotta move the fucking light a second. Oh shit, that's hot. Let's see the serial numbers, MK. Ink splotch right there. Paint splotch, whatever. Right, now over here, the Nintendo Power. It says it's 64 megabits or 8 megabytes. But I want to trust this, because over here in the earlier issue when they were doing the Super Mario 64 it says it's only 4 megabits. Obviously that's too small of a game for how advanced it is. I heard that Super Mario was 8 megabytes. So yeah. But there's this website here that they says the first three games that we played were 8 megabytes. Whereas Mortal Kombat's 12 megabytes, that sounds about right to me. Okay. Plus, look at it, looks like it needs more memory, which I believe, because you know with fighting games, they take up a lot of memory, because all the frames of animation. And that's also why this costs more, because it needs more memory. Because I remember this game in particular was more expensive than the other ones. It was going for around $70, whereas the average game was going for like $49.99. And of course, here's a strategy guide. I got this back in 96, 97, so I had this for 20 years before I actually got the game itself. Of course, it's good to have this strategy guide so you know how to do all the moves and fatalities. And now we'll check out the manual. Of course, this is going to be a big one. That's what she said. That's all the characters. And of course, we got the colored manual. You're lucky to even get manuals these days. Yep, trying to position it from the glare. Of course, when you got gloss, you got glare. And also, this is the first game we're going to be using this side of the controller, since it's a 2D game. Oh yeah, that's another thing, it's the first 2D game. Yeah, not many 2D games on the system, but then again, we had our fill of like 30 odd years of 2D games. So that's why there wasn't that many. And Nintendo was pushing the 3D games at the time. Definitely pushing it. Which I'd agree with them. Although at the time the fighting genre didn't have a 3D fighting game that everybody liked. That wasn't had a 3D game that was popular. Now there was Virtua Fighter was the first one, but nobody seemed to like that one because it was too slow paced and not as aggressive and fast paced as Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Those were the two big fighting games at the time. Although Sega did try and push Virtua Fighter, but I didn't hear anybody playing it or talking about it. Like you had to play Virtua Fighter, like you had to play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Although I did play it once in the Chucky Cheese, I didn't care much for it because it didn't play like the Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter games. As you can see, I also bought this off eBay. Those aren't my notes. Drop the seats, as you can see, real quick. Got this in 2017. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys in the playthrough.